According to a terrifying new but also way too early poll from the Wall Street Journal, in a hypothetical head-to-head matchup in the 2024 presidential election, President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump are tied at 45% each. Now, as I just said, this is obviously a way too early poll, right? We're in March of 2022, halfway through March of 2022, and we're already talking about 2024. Fair and cool it, right? No. I know lots of people don't actually like talking about polls when they're way too early, and I'm not also focusing on this one single poll. What I want to focus on are the trends, because those actually are important. You know, those of us that actually have degrees in political science understand that trends are important because trends are politics. So it drives me crazy when people say, don't worry about it, it's a way too early poll. No. A month ago, in hypothetical head-to-head matchups, President Joe Biden was beating Donald Trump by 6 points. Now he's tied with him. A 6-point drop for Biden in a month. Compared to the other Republican potential candidates, including Ron DeSantis, he had an 8-point advantage or higher. But Biden was beating all of them. And now he's not. In a month. That's a problem. That's a negative trend that people have to pay attention to. Because it's likely going to get worse because things are going to get worse. They're already projecting, economists are projecting that by the end of March, inflation will be at 8.6% over the last 12-month period. Now, for February, it hit 7.9% over a 12-month period, which was the highest since January of 1982. So we got to go back even further than 40 years by the end of this month, the experts are predicting, to find a time when inflation was this bad. Now, did Biden do the inflation? No. Is Biden responsible for the gas prices? No. But is he in charge of the country while these horrible things are happening? Yes. And Republicans have already issued their talking points. They've gained control of the narrative, blaming all of these things on Biden himself. So in the minds of the voters, Biden is responsible. It's not true. I mean, I've debunked it 1,000 times between here and Ring of Fire. But if voters think it's true, then they are going to take it out on him. And I guarantee you, that's why the polls have dropped. Now, not only does this not bode well for 2024, we also got to remember we got midterms that are effectively right around the corner at this point. Under 8 months away, excuse me, under 8 months away, the midterms are. Democrats are already not looking so hot. You know, historically speaking, Republicans were already poised to take back the House of Representatives. So with an unpopular president, and yeah, he does have a very high disapproval rating, that's going to hurt them. That kind of automatically guarantees that they're not going to win in the midterms. The Democrats are not. And that's a reality we have to accept. We can fight it. We can do everything we can to prevent more Republicans from winning office, and we should, and we will. But it's tough. And it's tough because the Democrats in Washington, D.C. are apparently not helping us help them win. And that's what drives me crazy. And I'm not even a Democratic cheerleader, folks. Like, when they screw up, I call them out. But considering the assault that we're seeing on the state level from Republican lawmakers, I don't want Republicans to control anything ever again. Not saying Democrats are perfect, but they're not actively trying to kill certain members of our communities. So yes, I'm going to vote for them. Like, without question and without hesitation and without feeling bad or guilty about it either. But we're not headed that way. And we need to be. And the Democrats have to right this ship as much as possible before the midterms. The one silver lining, of course, is the fact that in 1982, heading into the midterms, the United States had a very unpopular president who had his party, Republican, controlled the House and the Senate. And they lost big time. Control of the chambers went back to the Democrats in 1982, when Ronald Reagan was the Republican president. And part of that had to do with how unpopular he was. 2 years later, Reagan went on to win 49 states in the presidential election because he became, at the time, pretty much universally loved. I don't know why, he was terrible, but that's what happened. So this news about the bad polling for Biden is actually worse news for 2022 than it is for 2024. Plenty of time for him to fix things before the presidential election, but before the midterms, not so much. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.